Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Salomarle and today we're building a Sims 4 build. So this is the 13 Nettle Lane in the Sims world. This world came with the pack, the Cottage Living, and I think the world's called the Henford on Bagley, and I love this world. I'm obsessed with this world. Like before that I usually do like very modern builds, like very architectural, very like modern, very black and white, that kind of stuff. But like my love for like cottages is like so big. I'm obsessed with like how old like cottage kind of like buildings, like little houses. It's like I love them so much. So I inspired to do this build because there's a resident called Cecilia Kang. I hope I'm pronouncing her surname correctly. Cecilia Kang, I believe, in the Cottage Living expansion pack, and she lives in a 4 Oldie Mill Lane, and her bio is like, after living in the big city and having her heart broken, Cecilia decided to ditch everything she knew for a small garden plot and some chickens. She is still looking for someone to share this life with, though after a date she would love to forget with local creature keeper Michael Bell. She is happy to only form long-term attachments with critters that visits for now. So Michael Bell, if you don't know, he's a creature keeper which lives in like the mountain area, I think, in the Henford of Bagley, and then he only is like interested in like animals. I'm not saying this in a bad way, but like if you need like a animal clothing, and if you can't like make it yourself, you just go to him and like purchase it. You bring him like berries, and then he gives you like some other berries, some mushrooms. He gives you like a very funky mushroom soup that makes you high and whatnot. So it's a little weird though, and I don't know if she's like up for that challenge. And like they actually, she has like only one relationship, and that's with Michael Bell, and they're like they share a sentiment. Like she has a sentiment of awkward after a bad date. So like imagine coming from a big city and you're looking for love, you really want to start fresh, you purchase this like home, like barn loft, and like you want to spend time with the animals, like you want to get some chickens and like take care of them, plant some, I don't know, fruits and veggies, and like live a simple life. And then you met a guy and like you become like super positive in some sense about this whole relationship thing, and then suddenly it turns out he's a creep. I don't think he's a creep, but I kind of think he's a creep, but at the same time I think he doesn't have the social skills to be romantically involved. You have to be kind of like a same weirdness, same like shared weird vibe in order to have a relationship with him. I don't know, don't like comment on that. If you know The Sims 4, if you play this pack, you know the deal. So yeah. So for Cecilia Kang, I really wanted to build a proper converted barn loft, so she can actually like enjoy the barn and like the garden more, the outside area more, because she lives in a very nice place. And I chose the 13 Nettle Lane, so she usually play with the 4 Oldie Mill, I believe, but it's like the kind of the same lot. I think it's on the same row. So yeah, so I built this for her, and I was like, what, this is like a more modern take of it, because the place that she lives in, I'm not trying to like diss the building, because it was built by the Sims creators, like actual Sims players, and yeah. So I was like, what? When I go inside the building, it's like very, I'm not gonna say like complicated, but like, the floor plan for me doesn't work. And wherever I look, there's like some sort of like a quirky stuff, which I think it fits the vibe with the like whole the converted barn kind of vibe. But for me, for the play, I wanted the things to be like in proper places. So So yeah, so I think this is a great build for a single person or like a couple with like no kids, you know, because there's only one bedroom and it's upstairs. But currently we're building the bathroom. So this is a very like a narrow and very long bathroom. I think it fits the vibe because like I'm thinking like there's not much space. I'm like trying to make it work. I mean, actually it's like pretty nice bathroom. The only thing that doesn't have a shower, because I think it's like more fitting if it has like only a bathtub. But you know, if you want to change the bathtub to the shower and bathroom or just like a shower, you can totally do it. I mean, there's like enough space for it. So you know, since this is a barn loft and usually barns have like no heating system, I think that's the best if we put like a fireplace. And I love those fireplaces. They also came with the cottage living expansion. I'm saying expansion pack. I hope it's expansion pack because it was like pretty expensive. So I really believe it's an expansion pack. So yeah, I'm placing all these like little windows because realistically, you know, it would have like a tiny windows. You know, barns usually have like tiny windows and like a big door. And by the way, I'm obsessed with that front door because it's like so glorious in my opinion. I really, really like it. But it's like the sad thing is it only comes with the long walls, like for the long height walls. So yeah, I mean it fits this build because you know it's a barn lot, and then it's usually you have like a very long walls or barns because they're pride. There's like pretty big like buildings and whatnot. So for the color scheme, I wanted to make it like not very bright, you know, bright colors and whatnot. I just wanted to use like very woody tones because there's lots of like woods inside the building. And you know, I wanted to lean on more like a fresh like whites, brown tones and like little hints of color. So I used that green in the bathroom. I wanted to keep the same theme and bring it to the living room as well. I love that rug so much, and I love to use it. I mean, I really like the first swatch of it, which is like the blue and red kind of thing. I mean, it would also fit here perfectly, but you know, I wanted to, since I'm using it like in every build in my own play, I wanted to, you know, use the different colors of it. So yeah, I'm putting some music stuff because Cecilia likes music. She likes, I think, alternative music. So yeah, so back to Cecilia. She's a young adult. She's an animal enthusiast. She's non-committal because, you know, after that bad breakup, she's like, you know what, I'm not gonna settle for anything less than I want. And she's also very ambitious. Her aspiration is a country taker, and she has a collector bone straight. So as I said, she likes alternative music, programming, gardening, and color pink. So for me, I wanted to use that color pink for her like clothing and whatnot, and like to use like a very calm color scheme. And she likes programming, so I was like, you know what's really crucial for her to have a computer. Since she's like her career is also like a freelance programmer, and she needs like a computer. So yeah, I kept it like that. I put it like little window because I think it's like so cute, because outside area is gorgeous with all this like greenery and whatnot. So she also wants like a simple lifestyle, so I didn't give her like a big wardrobe. I think she simplified her life a lot. Since she's coming from the city, she's like, you know what, I'm gonna have a very fresh start and like buy all these clothing from like a local place and whatnot. And yeah, so the house is finished. I mean, the converted barn loft is finished. So I wanted to, you know, very embrace the outside. And since she likes the animals and whatnot, I wanted to give her like a shed and like the chicken coop. So I wanted to give her like enough space to, you know, do all of the stuff. You know, I wanted to separate the all this chicken area and like the shed area. I think I didn't add the chicken at the last. I just deleted because there was like not enough space, but you know, we will see. So I wanted to keep the all these like farming and animals areas separate to the main living area. So I wanted to, you know, separate the garden into two sections, like one part is like all this like farming and like her aspiration for the caretaker stuff, and for the rest it's more like a outside seating area where she has like friends and family visiting her and enjoy this like gorgeous outside. So yeah, I wanted to use lots of those like ivy like kind of stuff a lot, because I think it fits the vibe very much. So yeah, also she dislikes kids radio music, which makes me think that she doesn't want to have a kid. I don't know, it's just like this old stuff that you think that means something in Sims 4, but in one of my saves I actually made her like a kid, or I don't know if she got like pregnant from someone, and she was like pretty happy and didn't really have like a bad mood about like the entire like pregnancy or like having a kid stuff. So I don't know, but I think that the Sims producers are hinting that she doesn't really want to have a kid, at least at this stage of her life. So yeah, I think this build like suits her pretty nicely. It doesn't have an additional room, but I think if you wanted to have an additional room, you can have it maybe like an upstairs. Maybe you can like not make this like a loft and just like expand the upstairs floor and then create like additional rooms, because it can support it. So yeah, it is possible. I also really wanted to use those string lights that comes from debug from the pack. So basically if you use like cheats to enable like free build mode and like the debug cheat, it shows up all these like lights and all these like other, basically everything that you can find surrounding the world. So yeah, I think when the pack came out, I was like obsessed with those lights. So I was like, I'm gonna make it work. And since this is like middle of nowhere, so it's really important to use like a proper lighting to the night, because it gets like there's basically like no light outside. So I wanted to use like a very soft and nice lighting situation, but I think it didn't work out pretty well because I don't know how to make it work. So yeah, but I think the outside area looks really, really nice. I mean, look at this, like there's lots of like flowers and mushrooms on the floor, all these like bits and bobs about everything. But as you can see, at night there's not much light and I couldn't use these string lights, so I just put in like garden lights everywhere. And I wanted to decorate the outside the place as like very as nice as possible. So I hope you really like this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to download this build, my EA gallery name is 666 and the lot name is converted Barn Loft. And I hope you really like this video. Thank you so much for watching, as I said, and please like and subscribe to my channel if you like content like this, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.